Smells like cat. Hello, Internet. This is Olin from What I'm Listening To, here, once again, with another episode of Quickies. The first CD I have for you today, I have the Reverend Horton Heat's Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. This is an album I've known about probably since middle school. It was whenever Guitar Hero 2 came out, because this is the album with the song Psychobilly Freakout, which I discovered from Guitar Hero 2. I'm sure I'm not the only person who discovered this band from there, but anyways, yeah, I remember buying the digital version of this album, and I mostly bought it for that one song, and I thought, well, I could listen to the rest of the album and, discover something new. Never really did, but I put this on at work, and I just thought it sounded great. If you're not familiar with this band, they're just kind of like a modern-day rockabilly, psychobilly sounding band. Just very like vintage sound while also being modern. But yeah, cool stuff on here. Really fun. Some of it's a little more wild than others, but it still has a very like 50s rock and roll sound, and yeah, really cool stuff. Definitely recommend checking this album out. And it's on Sub Pop. That's even cooler. Next up, I have Music to Draw To, Satellite by Kid Koala. This is an artist that I can't exactly remember, but I believe I discovered through Amoeba's What's in My Bag series. One of the many artists I discovered through there, but I was looking into him after watching his episode, and came across this album along with his follow-up. I can't remember. I think it's either called Music to Draw To Down or something along those lines, but it was just really nice kind of lo-fi hip-hop borderlining on ambient music, which hence the title. It's good music to draw to. So I saw this in store, and I hadn't listened to it, but I remembered that I'd been wanting to check it out, and seized the opportunity. So this is it. This is one of them. With some lovely artwork in here. Hopefully the music is as atmospheric as what this is trying to evoke. And then the book in here. It's like kind of just a breakdown of each song with some more lovely artwork. I don't know if this is all instrumental. It might be actually. There might be some vocals on there. I'm not sure. Yeah, anyways, I could always use some more ambient or lo-fi hip-hop music in my life. So this is an exciting find, and I'm excited to experience this. Next up, I have an album by the Cramps. This is one of their live albums with a name that's like all one word. It's like Rock and Roll in the something. Yeah, so this was another album that I heard in store, and my coworker was trying to pick a Cramps album and settled on this one. And I normally am not a fan of live albums, but this came on and I just was blown away by it. I thought it just sounded so raw and loud, and I liked its style. I liked it a lot, and I had to loan it out to give it a closer listen, because our sound system at the store sounds great, but I wanted to see if what I heard in store translated well to listening to this on headphones. And I mean, really, you can't go wrong with the Cramps. They're just such an iconic punk, rockabilly, fantastic picture there, band. So yeah, kudos to my coworker for picking this album. It ended up blowing me away, and who knows, I might actually buy this one. The next CDs I have for you today, I have 2 albums by Tame and Paula. These might be kind of generic albums to talk about here. But I shamefully have actually not listened to either of these, and at this point, they're considered classics. I've only listened to Tame Impala's album Currents, which I believe is the third or fourth album in the discography. It's a later release. But these ones, I stumbled across used copies, which we never see. We only ever have these new. Apparently nobody feels the need to sell these back. But I found some used copies, and I seized the opportunity to loan them both out so I can actually listen to them. And I definitely could have either just listened to these online or bought the new ones because I get a discount and just, listen to them from there. But I don't know. Neither of those options sounded appealing to me. At this case, I can actually hold the CD and flip through the booklet and rip it onto my computer here, or play this in my car. But I'm actually slightly familiar with some of the tracks on both these albums, just hearing them come on like work radio or at a party. And they're good songs, the ones I have heard, that is. And really, like, Kevin is such a talented musician, talented producer, composer, and I've liked what I heard on Currents, so I figured going back 2 albums, 3 albums should be fun to explore. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking these out. Again, they're classics, and I've liked what I've heard so far, so I'm sure I'll like hearing them in their entirety. The last CD I have for you today is actually kind of a mystery. I'm not really sure who this is or what this is. I kind of by accident just stumbled across it, and what really caught my attention was the fact that it had this OBI strip on here. Let's take the CD out. It had this OBI strip, which is usually on Japanese CD releases, and wouldn't you know it, this is actually Japanese. So I thought maybe this is a Japanese band, and just kind of looking into it, Mouse on the Keys, Out of Body. And so I took this home, and just really not knowing anything about it, I popped it in my computer, and I just listened to the first track, or rather the first and second track, since the first one's just an intro track, and it was really, really cool. It was like post-rock with a hint of jazz to it. Very powerful, very emotive sounding music. And, I'm just a sucker for Japanese music as a whole, whether it's traditional stuff or J-pop or, this kind of Japanese post-rock shoegaze stuff that seems to be trendy for music nerds. But yeah, I think this was a really cool find. I wish our Japanese music section was as big as I'd like it to be, but it's not. And I think it's just because it's A, we don't get enough of it, and B, people just buy it all up. But this is a cool find, and definitely recommend checking this band out. I might actually have to buy this. We'll see. I'll have to think about it. Alrighty then, Internet, that concludes this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week.